Point 1. Understanding King Solomon, the richest and wisest man in history. Have you ever wondered who the richest and wisest man in history was? What if I told you that this man's wealth was so vast that silver was as common as stones in his kingdom, and his wisdom so profound that kings and queens traveled from far and wide to hear his insights? This man was none other than King Solomon, the third king of Israel. Solomon's wealth and wisdom were not a result of his own intelligence or learning. Instead, they were a divine gift. When Solomon became king, God appeared to him in a dream and offered him anything he desired. Instead of asking for wealth, power, or long life, Solomon asked for wisdom to govern his people. Pleased with his request, God granted him not only wisdom but also wealth and honor. Solomon's wisdom was not the kind of wisdom we often think of today. It wasn't about being the smartest or the most knowledgeable. It was about understanding life from God's perspective. It was about discerning right from wrong, making just decisions, and leading a life of integrity and righteousness. Think of it as a compass, guiding him in every decision and action. Solomon applied this divine wisdom in every aspect of his life. He used it to make wise decisions, manage his vast wealth, and lead his people. For instance, when two women came to him, each claiming to be the mother of a baby, Solomon proposed to divide the baby in two, knowing that the real mother would rather give up her child than see him killed. His wisdom was also evident in his writings, such as the Book of Proverbs, where he shared timeless principles about life, relationships, and success. The outcomes of Solomon's wise decisions were evident in his prosperity and happiness. His kingdom was peaceful and prosperous, and he enjoyed a long and successful reign. His wisdom also brought him fame and respect from other nations. Solomon's life serves as a powerful example of how wisdom, particularly wisdom from God, can lead to success, wealth, and happiness. His legacy as the wisest and richest man in history continues to inspire us today. His life challenges us to seek wisdom in our own lives, not just for our own benefit, but also for the benefit of those around us. In conclusion, Solomon's life teaches us that true wisdom is more than just knowledge or intelligence. It's about understanding life from God's perspective and making decisions that align with His principles. It's about leading a life of integrity and righteousness. And as Solomon's life shows, this kind of wisdom can lead to success, wealth, and happiness. So, what kind of wisdom are you seeking in your life? Point 2. How Solomon's principles can lead to success. Ever wondered what made King Solomon the richest man who ever lived? The answer lies in the principles he lived by, which are as relevant today as they were in his time. Let's delve into these principles and see how they can be applied in our lives to achieve success, wealth, and happiness. Firstly, Solomon's wealth and success were built on the foundation of wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Picture these three elements as the legs of a stool, each equally important in maintaining balance. Wisdom is the ability to discern what is true, right, or lasting. Understanding is the ability to comprehend the meaning of a situation, and knowledge is the accumulation of facts and information. Solomon used these three elements to make sound decisions and solve complex problems. For instance, in today's world, a successful entrepreneur uses wisdom to identify a profitable business opportunity, understanding to devise a strategic plan, and knowledge about the market to execute the plan. Secondly, Solomon believed that success is earned, not given. It's like climbing a mountain. You start at the bottom and work your way up, one step at a time. Consistent effort and dedication are key. Consider the story of a successful athlete. They didn't wake up one day with a gold medal around their neck. They trained hard, day in and day out, pushing their limits to achieve their goal. Thirdly, Solomon emphasized the value of diligence. Diligence is a steady, earnest, and energetic effort. It's like watering a plant. If you water it regularly, it will grow and flourish. But if you neglect it, it will wither and die. Lack of diligence can hinder success. For example, a student who doesn't study regularly may struggle to pass their exams, while a diligent student who studies consistently will likely excel. Fourthly, Solomon highlighted the importance of perseverance. Perseverance is the ability to keep going, even when faced with obstacles and challenges. It's like running a marathon. You don't stop when you're tired, you stop when you're done. Perseverance can help overcome obstacles and challenges. For instance, a writer may face rejection after rejection, but if they persevere, they may eventually get their work published and achieve success. In conclusion, Solomon's principles for success, wisdom, understanding, knowledge, hard work, diligence, and perseverance, are timeless. They can be applied in modern times to achieve success, wealth, and happiness. So, why not give it a try? Apply these principles in your life and see the difference they can make. After all, if they worked for the richest man who ever lived, they might just work for you too. Point 3. Solomon's strategies for wealth creation and management. Ever wondered how the richest man who ever lived managed his wealth? King Solomon, the man in question, had a few tricks up his sleeve that we can all learn from. His strategies for wealth creation and management, as detailed in Stephen K. Scott's book, are timeless and applicable even in today's financial landscape. Let's start with Solomon's strategy of investing in profitable ventures. Picture a farmer planting seeds in a fertile field. The seeds represent your money, and the fertile field represents a profitable venture. Just as the farmer expects a bountiful harvest, you should expect a good return on your investment. Solomon, in his time, invested in vineyards, farms, and trade ventures, which yielded him immense wealth. In today's context, this could translate to investing in stocks, real estate, or a promising startup. Next, Solomon was a big proponent of diversifying investments. Think of it as not putting all your eggs in one basket. If one basket falls, not all eggs are broken. Solomon diversified his wealth across various sectors like agriculture, livestock, and trade. This strategy not only spread his risk but also maximized his returns. In today's world, diversification could mean investing in different asset classes like stocks, bonds, and real estate. Wise resource management was another key strategy of Solomon. It's like a chef using every part of an ingredient to avoid waste and create a variety of dishes. Solomon managed his resources wisely, ensuring nothing was wasted and everything was used productively. This principle is crucial in today's world where resources are limited and must be used judiciously. Debt, the invisible chain that can drag down even the wealthiest, was something Solomon avoided. Imagine being in a race with a heavy backpack. That's what debt does to your wealth journey. Solomon's approach was to avoid unnecessary debt, ensuring his wealth was not eroded by interest payments. This principle is especially relevant today, where easy credit can lead to a debt trap. Living within his means was another principle Solomon adhered to. It's like having a diet plan and sticking to it to maintain a healthy weight. Solomon spent wisely, ensuring his expenditures did not exceed his income. This principle is key to maintaining financial stability and preserving wealth. Lastly, Solomon believed in giving generously. It's like a tree that gives fruits not for itself but for others. Solomon saw giving as an integral part of wealth management. He believed that wealth is not just for personal consumption but also for the benefit of society. This principle, often overlooked, is vital in today's world where wealth disparity is a pressing issue. In conclusion, Solomon's strategies for wealth creation and management are timeless and relevant. They provide a roadmap for successful wealth management that is applicable even in today's complex financial landscape. So, why not give these strategies a try? After all, they come from the richest man who ever lived. Point 4. Finding true happiness, Solomon's perspective. What does it mean to be truly happy? Is it the accumulation of wealth and success? Or is it something more profound, something that transcends material possessions and societal accolades? Let's delve into the wisdom of King Solomon, the richest man who ever lived, to find some answers. We often equate happiness with wealth and success. The more we have, the happier we should be, right? But King Solomon, despite his immense wealth and success, challenges this belief. He had everything anyone could ever dream of: gold, silver, wisdom, power, and yet, he found these things insufficient for true happiness. His life serves as a stark reminder that wealth and success alone cannot fill the void in our hearts. So, what did Solomon find fulfilling? His relationship with God. He found happiness in his spiritual fulfillment and his deep, personal connection with a higher power. This spiritual connection provided him with a sense of peace and contentment that wealth and success could not. It's a testament to the importance of spirituality in achieving true happiness. It's not about being religious per se, but about nurturing a deep, personal connection with something greater than ourselves. Another key to Solomon's happiness was his sense of purpose. He didn't just live for himself, he lived for a higher purpose. He used his wisdom to guide his people, his wealth to build a magnificent temple for God. This sense of purpose gave him a deep sense of satisfaction and happiness. It's a reminder that having a sense of purpose, a reason to get up every morning, is crucial for achieving true happiness. Solomon also found joy in serving others. He used his wealth and power not just for his own benefit, but to help his people. He understood that true happiness comes not from what we get, but from what we give. This act of giving, of being generous and selfless, brought him immense joy. It's a testament to the importance of altruism in achieving true happiness. Lastly, Solomon emphasized the importance of contentment, gratitude, and joy. He understood that true happiness comes from being content with what we have, being grateful for our blessings, and finding joy in the simple things in life. These three elements, contentment, gratitude, and joy, are integral to achieving true happiness. So, what can we learn from Solomon's perspective on happiness? That true happiness is not about wealth and success, but about spiritual fulfillment, a sense of purpose, serving others, and cultivating contentment, gratitude, and joy. It's a profound and timeless wisdom that challenges our modern notions of happiness. So, are you ready to redefine your perspective on happiness? Point 5. Applying Solomon's secrets for success and happiness. Ever wondered why some people seem to have it all, success, wealth, and happiness, while others struggle to find their footing? The answer might just lie in the ancient wisdom of King Solomon, as interpreted by Stephen K. Scott in his book, The Richest Man Who Ever Lived. One of the key teachings of King Solomon is the role of wisdom in decision-making. Think of knowledge as a toolbox. It's filled with all the tools you need: facts, information, skills. But wisdom? That's the master craftsman who knows exactly which tool to use and when. It's the ability to apply knowledge in the most effective way. For instance, in the book, Scott recounts how applying Solomon's wisdom helped him make better business decisions, leading to the success of his marketing company. This wisdom-driven approach can be applied to various aspects of life, from career choices to personal relationships, paving the way for success. But wisdom alone isn't enough. The importance of diligence and perseverance. It's like planting a seed. You can't just bury it in the ground and expect a tree to grow overnight. You need to water it, protect it from pests, and give it time to grow. In the book, Scott shares his own experience of starting a business. Despite initial failures, he didn't give up. He worked hard, persisted, and eventually, his efforts paid off. This resilience, this refusal to give up in the face of challenges, is a key ingredient in the recipe for success and wealth accumulation. Another crucial lesson from Solomon is wise resource management. Imagine you're a chef. You have all the ingredients you need, but if you don't use them wisely, you'll end up with a disaster instead of a delicious meal. The same goes for resources. It's not just about managing money, but also time, skills, and other assets. Scott, for example, talks about how he learned to manage his time more effectively, which led to increased productivity and, ultimately, wealth creation and preservation. But what about happiness? Solomon teaches that true happiness lies beyond wealth and success. It's found in meaningful relationships and purposeful living. Scott shares stories from his own life to illustrate this point. He talks about how nurturing his relationships and pursuing meaningful goals brought him a sense of fulfillment and joy that wealth alone couldn't provide. So, there you have it, Solomon's secrets to success, wealth, and happiness. Wisdom in decision-making, diligence and perseverance, wise resource management, and finding happiness in meaningful relationships and purposeful living. But remember, these aren't just principles to know, they're principles to live by. So, are you ready to apply these in your own life? After all, who wouldn't want to learn from the richest man who ever lived? Point 6. Conclusion. True wealth, success, and happiness are not solely determined by material possessions or status. They are deeply rooted in wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. King Solomon, the richest man who ever lived, teaches us that these virtues are the keys to a prosperous life. To achieve success, one must first seek wisdom and understanding. This involves listening more than speaking, learning from the experiences of others, and being open to new ideas. It also means acknowledging our mistakes and using them as stepping stones towards improvement. Wealth, on the other hand, is not just about accumulating riches. It's about using our resources wisely, being generous, and investing in things that truly matter. It's about creating a legacy that will benefit not just ourselves, but also the people around us and the generations to come. Happiness is not a product of wealth or success, but a result of living a life of purpose and meaning. It's about finding joy in the simple things, maintaining healthy relationships, and serving others. In the end, the secrets to success, wealth, and happiness are not secrets at all. They are timeless principles that have been passed down through generations. And they are within our reach, if we are willing to seek them, learn them, and live by them.